Any loss of life in one's prime is unacceptable. Farmers more so, since they sustain our lives. That calls for a little understanding and some proactive measures from the government, the farmers themselves, and also the society. Farmer suicides in the country have been a significant and persistent issue for many, many years. And the causes are multifaceted, involving a combination of economic, social, and environmental factors. Friends, in 2022, a total of 11,290 persons involved in the farming sector. 5,207 farmers and 6,833 agricultural laborers have committed suicide in India, accounting for 6.6% of the total victims in the country. The state of Maharashtra recorded the highest number of farmer suicides, 2,708 in the financial year 2023. The southern state of Karnataka ranked second with over 1,328 deaths for the same period. And reason, debt and bankruptcy were among the leading reasons. Overall farmer debt was estimated to be around 170 million rupees in 2021. Now, why are farmers taking their own lives? Can a nation on the move afford this? Many farmers take loans to purchase seeds, to purchase fertilizers, and to purchase equipment. When crops fail or market prices fall, they struggle to repay the loans, leading to a debt trap. Crop failures due to unpredictable weather patterns, inadequate irrigation, and pests devastate a farmer's income. Now, droughts and unseasonal rains have been particularly damaging. Often farmers do not receive adequate prices for their produce. Market price fluctuations, they're always there, and lack of proper price support mechanisms mean that farmers sell their produce at a loss. The cost of seeds, the cost of fertilizers, pesticides, and various other inputs have also been rising. These high costs coupled with low returns squeezes the farmer's profit margins. Institutional credit is not always accessible to small farmers, forcing them to rely on money lenders who charge exorbitant interest rates. Over generations, agricultural land has been subdivided into smaller entities among heirs, resulting in smaller and less economically viable farms. Many times even the government policies are found wanting. For example, delays and subsidies and insurance payments exacerbate the financial stress. Add cultural and social pressures, including the dowry system that we have, and social expectations, financial burden on farmers just multiplies. Even if the farmers are interested in alternate employment, it's hard to come by. Now, rural areas often lack sufficient, non-farming employment opportunities, making it very difficult for the farmers to supplement their income or shift to some other profession. Collectively, they all lead to mental health issues, sometimes resulting in unfortunate suicides. What must be done? The issue is very complex. Mitigating the farmer suicides requires a comprehensive approach that addresses the root causes of the crisis and needs approaches such as better access to credit systems, improved market infrastructures, effective price support systems, crop insurance schemes, and mental health support for the farmers. Now, for a start, implementing targeted loan waivers and restructuring the existing loans to ease the immediate financial burden on distressed farmers is needed, ensuring that farmers have access to affordable and timely institutional credit to reduce the dependence on high interest money lenders driven systems is also important. Promoting sustainable farming practices that they increase the resilience to climate change, such as drought resistant crops and efficient water usage, are also required. The government must strengthen the agricultural extension services to provide the farmers with knowledge about the modern farming techniques and pest management systems and soil health information. Now, ensuring that MSPs are effectively implemented and cover a broader range of crops to guarantee a minimum income to the farmers is also an important key. However, infrastructure such as cold storage facilities, market access to help farmers sell their produce at better prices, they are all required, and they are all required to be improved as well. Expanding and streamlining the crop insurance schemes to provide timely compensation for crop losses due to normal and natural calamities is important. The government too must pitch in, enhancing weather forecasting systems, encouraging crop diversification so that the risks of market fluctuation may be mitigated, promoting non-farming income opportunities such as animal husbandry, poultry, and agro-processing industries to supplement the farmers' income will all be necessary. Investing in irrigation infrastructure to reduce the dependence, on monsoon rains and ensuring an year-round water availability becomes important too. Providing reliable and affordable, electricity for farming operations, including irrigation and storage, must be free from delays that we often see. Including farmer representatives in policy making processes will be the most progressive reform that can be made. In our country, over 50% of the population depends on agriculture. Farmer distress is acute. So issues include low minimum support prices, rising costs of seeds and fertilizers, land fragmentation, lack of irrigation, and high levels of indebtedness, as we have informed earlier. Many farmers borrow from informal sources and are unable to pay that back, resulting in a lot of farmer distress. Government schemes like PM Kisan, loan waivers, and crop insurance offer some relief, but systemic issues still remain. Many policies do not reach the most vulnerable, and structural reforms in agriculture, including access to technology, better market linkages, and climate resilient farming, are absolutely needed. Taking one's own life is not easy, yet a farmer doing so must be a major concern. Hence, establishing mental health counseling centers, services in rural areas to deal with stress and depression, promoting community-based support systems to provide emotional and psychological support, providing financial literacy programs to manage finances, access audit, and understand what insurance is all about, offer skill development programs so they and their families explore alternative employment opportunities will be essential. Now, with that, friends, I have brought an important subject of the society before you and would expect you to write back to me if there are innovative solutions around that we can help our farmer brethren. With that, friends, thank you, dhanyavad, and namaskar, and with a promise to be back the next week.